Abandoned and alone, a pregnant mama dog fights against all odds to bring her babies into the world. Her heartbreaking journey of survival and love is a testament to the strength and resilience of a mother's devotion, even in the face of unimaginable hardship. The story begins with an urgent call to a woman about a desperate situation. A mother dog had been found giving birth in the snow. She arrived at a heartbreaking scene. The mother dog lay trembling in the cold, 2 of her tiny puppies already frozen to death. Despite her exhaustion, the poor mama clung to her 2 remaining pups, warming them with every ounce of strength she had left. It was unimaginable how someone could abandon her like this. The woman quickly picked up the surviving puppies and rushed them to the warmth of her car, but she knew she couldn't leave the mother behind. Thinking fast, she placed the pups on the back seat and opened the car door. The mother dog hesitated for a moment, but her instincts took over. She leaped in, desperate to be with her babies. Relief washed over the woman as she realized they were all safe. Sitting in the car, the mother dog kept her eyes on her nursing pups. The woman didn't want to startle her and stayed gentle and calm. She noticed how frail the mother dog looked, so she hand-fed her some chicken, watching as the exhausted dog slowly ate. On their way to the vet, the woman placed the mother and her puppies snugly in a box. At the clinic, she decided to name the brave mama Lima. Lima remained calm while her babies nursed peacefully. Tests were run for parvo, plague, and crown. Thankfully, everything came back negative. Slowly, the stress in Lima's eyes began to fade. During checkup, the vet estimated that Lima was just 1.5 years old, still so young. Despite everything, she was incredibly gentle and trusting. By now, the puppies' temperatures had stabilized, and they were warm and full. Both pups fell into a peaceful sleep in their mother's care. The woman stayed with them for hours. 9 long, tiring hours. Initially, the clinic staff wasn't welcoming, but eventually they agreed to let the mother and puppies stay for the night. The woman was relieved. She knew they were finally safe. The next day, Lima and her puppies were taken to a foster home under the care of Mila Ostakova. The foster home was warm, and for the first time, Lima seemed truly at ease. Watching her take a walk outside, the woman couldn't hold back her tears. Lima's resilience and love for her puppies were remarkable. By day 4, Lima was eating nutritious food to keep up her strength while nursing her pups. On day 7, the woman visited them again and was delighted to see the little boy pup's eyes had opened. His sister's eyes were still closed, but both pups were thriving. Lima was a beautiful mother, and her bond with her puppies was heartwarming. Over the following weeks, the puppies began eating on their own. By day 27, they were growing strong, ready for their first vaccinations, and the search for forever homes began. Finally, on day 100, everything fell into place. Lima was adopted by a loving family in Germany. She adjusted beautifully to her new life, walking confidently on a leash and feeling safe in the bustling city. Her 2 puppies were adopted together by another wonderful family, also in Germany. The woman couldn't have been happier. What started as a tragic, hopeless scene in the snow turned into a beautiful journey of hope and love. Lima and her puppies found happiness, and their story touched everyone who heard it. Our next story begins just like any other morning, with the sun rising quietly, casting a soft glow over the day ahead. A woman went about her routine, unaware that this day would soon bring a wave of desperation and stress when she received a call about a pregnant dog in desperate need of help. The dog, who would later be named Lily, had been used by a backyard breeder, and it was time to break the cycle of abuse. With urgency in her heart, the woman knew she had to rescue this mama dog and ensure her babies were born safely. Lily, already heavily pregnant, was taken to the vet first thing in the morning, where x-rays revealed she was carrying 7 puppies. The woman couldn't believe it. 7 lives were on the line. By day 2, the situation grew more intense. The woman was notified that Lily had undergone an emergency C-section. While Lily made it through the surgery, the heartbreaking news followed. The smallest puppy didn't survive, despite the best efforts of the medical team. A second puppy also passed away in intensive care, leaving Lily with 5 surviving pups, 4 boys and 1 girl. It was a small consolation, but Lily's determination to keep fighting for her babies was evident. But Lily's journey was far from over. The pain from the surgery, combined with exhaustion and the medication, made her condition more critical than anyone had anticipated. Lily refused to eat or drink, and her behavior dramatically changed. It was clear that the woman's fight to save Lily and her puppies had just begun. On day 4, things took another turn. Lily's condition worsened, and she required a second emergency surgery. Complications from her C-section caused her belly to fill with pus, and some of the tissue around the surgical site became necrotic. Lily now had blood poisoning, and her chances of survival were slipping away. Her puppies, only a few days old, had to be taken away from her, and they were now being syringe-fed around the clock. Day 5 arrived, and the tiniest puppy, a little boy, was still holding on, though his survival was uncertain. The woman's heart sank as she watched the puppies fight for their lives, but she refused to give up. Each day they grew stronger, and with each tiny victory, their will to survive became clearer. By day 6, Lily began a blood transfusion, and though it was a long process, the hope that she might pull through remained. The next few days brought small improvements for Lily. On day 7, the woman was able to remove Lily's feeding tube and the drain from her abdomen. For the first time in what felt like forever, Lily seemed to be in less pain. Day 9 brought even better news. Lily was feeling better and showed her gratitude with small gestures, wagging her tail and looking up at the woman who had saved her life. The woman was overjoyed, but she knew the hardest part was still ahead. The days passed. The puppies were 13 days old and thriving. Despite being away from their mother, they had made it through 10 days of being syringe-fed. The woman's surrogate foster mom, Jen, had been taking care of them, and the woman could never thank her enough. Jen's tireless care had kept the puppies alive, and now they were strong enough to face whatever came next. Lily had been through so much, but her determination to fight for her babies never faltered. However, tragedy struck on the 16th day. Lily's tiniest baby boy, the one who had been struggling from the start, passed away. It was heartbreaking. Lily seemed to sense it, her behavior taking on a somber tone as if she knew her little one was gone. Despite the pain, the woman held on to hope. Then, after 20 long days apart, Lily was finally reunited with her puppies. It was a beautiful moment, and the woman could see the relief in Lily's eyes as she realized her babies were alive. Although Lily could no longer nurse them, she was there beside them, snuggling them and offering comfort and love as they were bottle-fed. It was a new chapter for them all. By day 33, Lily and her baby girl, the little red puppy, were inseparable. As the weeks passed, the puppies grew stronger and more independent. Lily's puppies, Winston, Iris, Preston, and Leo, became more and more playful. Baby Preston, in particular, was full of pride as he learned to eat on his own. The puppies wrestled, played, and grew bigger by the day, all while their mama kept a watchful eye on them. There was never a dull moment in their lives, and Lily wouldn't have it any other way. As the days turned into weeks, Lily's little ones grew and thrived. On the 48th day of their journey, they were almost unrecognizable from the tiny, helpless puppies they had once been. Every playful fight, every snuggle, and every milestone was a reminder of how far they'd all come. From the desperate days of Lily's struggle to survive to the joyful chaos of her puppies growing up. With day 70 here, it was hard to believe it had been 10 weeks since Lily and her puppies had come into the woman's life. They were all healthy, happy, and ready for the adventures that lay ahead. Lily's story was one of heartbreak, struggle, and incredible resilience. She had fought for her life, for her puppies, and for a future where she could finally be safe and loved. Even an unwell mom can bring joy to the world with her adorable puppies. Let's give helpless animals the love and care they truly deserve and help change the world one small act at a time.